Of the CRA special meeting, workshop to order.
Chair Burns,
Here.
Vice Chair Margaret,
Here.
Deputy Vice Chair Casal,
Here.
Commissioner Carney, and Commissioner Long.
Here.
Okay, we are at approval of the minutes. Approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Vice Chair Margaret,
Yes.
Deputy Vice Chair Casal,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney, Commissioner Long,
Yes.
and Chair Burns.
Yes. Okay, so we are at the October PowerPoint for presentations. Renee?
Yes, okay, so thank you all. So at the October 28th CRA board meeting, we presented an item regarding the RFQ for CRA number 2025-01, Northwest 800 block, West Atlantic Avenue, Progressive Design Build Redevelopment Project. So at the time, we presented an item to award this project to the top ranked proposer, and the board decided that they would like to have presentations and tabled that item to our meeting at the end of October. So this workshop today is to allow everyone to present. We'll have 20 minutes for each presenter, 10 minutes for questions, and then we'll have a little bit of time at the end for us to discuss the next step, but basically we'll be bringing back this item at the end of October to vote. So today is really just listening to the presentations and asking questions if you would like to. All right, so we have our first presenters. I think we can start. I believe they're all in here.
So you can sit up there.
All right, so the presenters can sit right up here. There's a clicker for you, or you can use the podium, whichever is more comfortable for you.
Okay. We'll go here. Is there the timer or?
We'll keep the time, so you'll have 20 minutes.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll go up here. You guys want to? That way I can see.
So the first presentation is from DMR Construction Services, Inc.
Okay.
Just a physical copy of the
Go ahead and sit.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, Mayor, Commissioners, members of the CRA. My name is Brian Herbert. I'm here representing DMR and GHA Design Build Team. We are located at 210 Southeast 2nd Street here in Delray Beach. I'd like to introduce our team, the GHA DMR Design Build Team. DMR is a Delray Beach-based construction manager who specializes in municipal, commercial, and commercial projects. We self-perform work with in-house estimators, architects, engineers, project management staff. GHA adds over 35 years of design-build experience to this team, with extensive experience in city, CRA, and recreational facilities. I don't have my slides up. Oh, we'll click, okay. Sorry, there we go. There we go. I have 5 items to go through. They're listed here. Overview of the design build process, past performance, project understanding and vision, design concepts, and our process and key considerations. The GHA DMR team is a combined design build experience of over 60 years, with projects ranging from large municipal projects to complex infrastructure projects. Designing and building spaces. We have over $5 million in the active pipeline. Value engineering. We do this as a teamed approach throughout the process. Design build, we're experts at design build. We have 200 million bonding capacity, 30 years of experience with public agencies, and working currently with over 20 plus cities.
A long day.
We do modular. We're also experienced here in Delray, particularly Gulfstream Views project, which DMR just completed recently over by the beach. Additionally, we have 3+ other projects in the process We're very familiar with your SPRAB site plan approval process and building department regulations. From a recreational standpoint, we've done quite a bit of parks and recreation facilities. We're highlighting here Peter Blueston Park in Hallandale Beach, Florida. We've also just completed projects in Lighthouse Point, Dan Witt Park, City of Parkland, Town of Pembroke Park. Also have done projects in Riviera Beach for parks. I'd like to sort of highlight this project, John Knox Village. John Knox Village is very similar to this project in that it's a multi-use recreational facility. It has pools, it has dining, it has an outdoor cafe, an event center, pickleball and tennis ball courts, as well as an amphitheater, all of which are elements that are also incorporated into this, except the pool. For the City of Lighthouse Point, we're currently working on their municipal complex as owners' reps, and we just currently finished their fire and emergency management center, the Dan Witt Park, renovations to they're currently renovating their library, their building department, and their commission chambers. I'd like to introduce our team. Richard Radici, who's here. He is president of DMR Construction, and me, Brian Herbert. I am the CEO of GHA Architects. The rest of our team is listed below. Many of them are here and will assist me with answering questions at the question and answer period. Our other team members, we're committed to hiring Delray Beach consultants and key subcontractors. Most of them we already work with, from MEP engineers, civil engineers, structural surveyors, as well as key subcontractors. It's a local partnership, and we truly are local. DMR is located a 5-minute drive from the site, which is less than a mile. It's located at 210 Southeast. Teamed approach. So, from a teamed approach, we're looking at the project incorporating Delray Beach as a team member, the set as a team member, Delray Beach CRA as a team member, DMR, and GHA, as well as our key subcontractors. And as I mentioned, all from Delray, so this truly is for Delray, by Delray. Our concept here is building community wealth, wellness, and culture. I'm going to go through these relatively quick. Alignment to community impact and community impact. So we want to be aligned with the set transformation plan, honoring cultural heritage while advancing inclusive growth. Community-driven design. It'll be shaped by local voices and ensure authenticity and pride. Economic uplift and local empowerment will prioritize the set residents and businesses for subcontracting, vendor services, and specialty trades. And a sustained development will dedicate a portion of the project fees towards mentorship, training, and workforce development. I'm only hitting a few of these, but they're all in the books that you've been given, so you can review it later. Community wealth building and youth empowerment. So we're going to create versatile, multi-purpose spaces that foster community pride and preserve cultural heritage. Youth mentorship programs, accessible and affordable spaces, and I'll touch on that later. Prosperity and community uplift with local jobs and growth opportunities. Culture, art, and programming. We want to incorporate pop-up kiosks and vendor spaces with plug-and-play setup systems, so make it easy on residents, the entrepreneurs, and the vendors that are there. Affordable spaces. We want to create a variety of sizes of spaces and affordability of spaces so everybody can participate. Rotating public art initiatives and intergenerational workshops where elders teach crafts, storytelling, and heritage traditions to the youth. Wellness and placemaking. One thing we'd like to do is create heritage walkways with fitness paths, distance markers, and QR codes that tell the story of the history of the set. Family and intergenerational activities to strengthen community bonds. This is something we don't do enough in the United States. It's intergenerational activities. And sound barriers and planting so that along the perimeter we create a cohesive, tranquil environment and protect the residents that are close by because it's commercial use. Create those buffers. This is an important slide, so I'm going to take a moment just to kind of read through it. Our intention. This is not about checking boxes or presenting empty concepts. It's about listening deeply and honoring your voices and translating vision and meaningful design elements to reflect heritage, value, and aspirations. So our commitment and my commitment will be to engage directly, meeting, listening, and learning so that the community voices form the very foundation of the design. In doing so, the outcome will not just be a project, but a living legacy that reflects both the future and the heritage, a new vision for West Atlantic Avenue.
My bad.
Our values, we give back. I want to highlight a project that we're currently completing in Westmoreland, Jamaica. It's a 150-student school, 10,000 square feet, and 2.5 acres of site improvements. Includes electrical, plumbing, emergency generator. It's all done with local contractors and local workforce, 100% not-for-profit. Okay, now the fun part, placemaking. Every good creation starts with an idea, starts with a thought. Thought turns to an action, leads to a movement, which creates a vision. That vision turns into a plan, and that plan becomes a place. That concept of an idea, in our methodology and concept, a drop of water, that very first idea. It ripples, creating radiating ripples. The ripples are then the effects that that idea, that thought, and that vision have created. The set transformation plan outlines 6 guiding principles, all of which we've touched on in one way or another within this plan. But given our time constraint, I will touch on my favorites: community wealth building, a healthy community, and placemaking. So our design. This is our design sketch, or in architectural terms, a partie. So our idea here was to create this image of the ripple with the event center, at its impetus. A place where residents can gather for civic meetings, concerts, movie nights, and more importantly, a place for poets, preachers, and playwrights to touch the hearts and empower people and our residents. From there, we can expand in ripples to the amphitheater, to the fountains, splash pad, and the playgrounds we've included, to a wellness path, small business incubators, shops and cafes, to the green market. And then from the site, it goes out to the West Atlantic street frontage. It goes out for entrepreneurial opportunities, pride of place, community building, educational opportunities, and faith-based cooperation for your 34 churches in the area. So that transformed into a site design. This is our site design, with an entry gateway at the lower left-hand corner at the intersection of 8th and West Atlantic. This becomes the gateway into the project for pedestrians. It's flanked on each side by food service. In the center is the event center with the amphitheater and so forth. We have a series of storefronts along West Atlantic. We want to create that image along West Atlantic of pedestrian-friendly activity. Individual shops we've included, a rooftop sculpture garden, splash pads and playgrounds, a covered promenade, food truck parking, and infrastructure that's in place for them to hook up to. This is our architectural floor plan. what I want to show here is the ability for the project to be flexible. So in the green market, which is the lower right, a vendor can come in and they can rent a table at the cheapest level or be there for free. Then we'll have pop-up vendors along the promenade, flexible retail spaces and shops for vendors, and then food service flanking the entryway to the outdoor cafes and the gateway getting into the building. Let's take a view into the property. This is looking south to north. You'll see how we've emphasized the pedestrian entrance into the facility or into the development. We call that the gateway. Not only is it a gateway to our project, it also acts as a gateway to the West Atlantic Business District, which doesn't really currently exist at this point. Also, creating a street frontage along West Atlantic Avenue to give it that pedestrian feel. Now looking north to south, we've purposely located the parking lot such that it's not seen from Atlantic Avenue. You'll see the central event center and then the radiating ripples that come out from that. We've located a splash pad and playground for children in the safest and most convenient place for that, toward the back of the site. That also helps to buffer the residential, keeping the commercial uses away from the residential aspects. Okay. Rooftop terrace. This is the rooftop terrace ripple. This is my favorite. It's a place for local artists to display their works. It's a place for meditation and wellness. It is a place for heritage storytelling, for elders to teach to the youth. Next is the West Atlantic ripple. We've created blank walls on the facade for artistic murals. We activate the West Atlantic Avenue frontage for pedestrian access. We want this to become a tourist destination, not just used by the residents. And we created on-street parking as well. Splash pad ripple. It's good, wholesome fun and wellness. It's a safe and secure place for children to play. As you see, we've got seating for parents to watch over them as they play. The promenade ripple. This is an area where the main vendors will be. So as you see, we've got pop-up vendors. We've got the green market towards the rear, the large overhang. And we've got modulated business incubators, cafes, and shops. Placemaking. We want this to be a tourist destination, so we want it lively, interactive, and dynamic, as you can see from this slide. The West Atlantic experience. Now this is a realistic rendering looking into the site and how we anticipate the place to be busy and vibrant and active and colorful and all those wonderful things that make a place a place. The event center experience, again, going back to the heart of the project, a place where people to gather, learn, and be empowered. The green market, wellness, entrepreneurship, and wealth building will all happen here. Wholesome foods and vegetables will be sold there. I want to talk a little bit about sustainability and education. We want to minimize the community development, and I'll get into the construction methods that will do that. Accelerated project timeline, mindful and innovative design. We want to be sustainable, native landscaping, water features. We want to create murals and have artistic opportunities for people in the neighborhood. Sustainable design elements and eco-friendly lighting. Now, how are we going to do all this? Our process and key considerations. First and foremost, local hiring and local workforce. So we will hire from the set and Delray primarily first, both from design, development, through construction management and employment. We'll offer workforce training and participation. We'll partner with local schools and community vendors, vendor databases for training in such trades as drywall, electrical, plumbing, and landscaping. These will create long-term careers. We'll have community job fairs, and we'll pay fair wages. Now to the construction. Modulation, not modular. So the original RFP talked about containers and modular buildings. We believe it needs to be built expeditiously, but it needs to be built strong and more permanence to it. So we're looking at precast panels that will be cast off-site, delivered and put in place. These can be erected in a day or 2 days. Steel that will come together as a kit of parts and can be erected there. So we're maintaining less work on site and less disruption to the community. Dust control procedures, so we keep dust to a minimum. We're strict staging and laydown areas to on the site, and of course we'll have a site safety plan. I want to talk about the building materials. So in your central business district, it talks about certain guidelines, Florida vernacular or Anglo-Caribbean. What we'd like to do is take materials that are reminiscent of those styles without directly duplicating them and make it so our project blends with those styles and enhances those styles, but still is a unique project unto its own, attractive, dynamic, and very different than anything you've seen. Our key considerations: maximize value by delivering the highest quality budget on schedule. Value engineering. As a design build team, we'll start value engineering from the get-go and make sure that the systems we choose are the most economical but most appropriate for the project. We'll have regular meetings with stakeholders to review the process and review progress and schedule and constructability considerations that address any issues that you may have. We understand that this might not be the exact design that we end up doing, but through community input, through your input, and through the set's input, we'll be able to narrow it down to a design that everybody is proud of. Open book practices. The owner will be part of the bidding and invoicing processes, so everything's open book. And finally, post-occupancy. Can I read one more sentence?
You have to ask the chair if that's okay, and the board.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So post-occupancy, we're not just here to build it and disappear. We are part of the community, and we're here to stay and to help and to flourish along with the community. Questions and answers. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'd like to thank you for your time and humbly ask for your support.
Thank you.
So at this time, there's 10 minutes for question and answers. If you have any questions, if not, then we can move on to the next presentation.
Okay, so Commissioner Long, do you have any questions? No questions? Commissioner Cassell?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you so much. That blew my mind. That presentation was amazing.
Thank you.
I started with this project. I think I'm the only one up here who can say that. It's been a long time coming, and it's very exciting. And people get really nervous when we talk about anything that's not constructed on site and bringing in pieces. And that, to me, was outstanding. I love, well, first, $500 million in projects and your bonding ability. That's fabulous. Thank you for including that. I like the idea of different size for occupancy so that we can engage with different types of vendors. And certainly, as you understand, one's needs may not fill the other. Let me see. I love how you pulled the parking lot to the side off of Atlantic so it's not visible. The sound barrier would be the only thing I think we have to be 100% sure about. Because as you see, even from your images, we are close to homes, and we want to make sure that our residents are not affected as they were there first. Let me see what else I was looking at. The one thing, when you go to the slide where you're coming in, I think you talked about it could be a market right off Atlantic. This Market 800 sign is in this
Oh, yes.
portion.
Right there?
Is that's one level at the bottom that's open, and then is that adjoins the second level at the top of the?
Yeah,
So do you visualize that being used, this being used as a green market weekend space?
Yes.
And this will just be kind of a relaxation area
Yes.
up above?
Yeah.
What's the size of that approximately? I know can vary, but
Mm-hmm.
what were you thinking would be the approximate size of that space?
about 10,000 square feet.
Thank you so
Yep.
much.
Yep.
Excellent.
Alan
It's-
is our designer. He's the talent.
Thank you, Alan. Well, you are talented. Thank you. This is absolutely lovely. I appreciate your time and.
And if
your-
I could
Yes.
talk a moment about the buffers.
Sure.
As you can see, we tried to put the least noisy elements, the parking.
Right.
Although there's cars, but it's still just not very noisy. And then the
Bathrooms
children's and
and-
bathrooms over there. I think the sound of children playing is nice,
I do
but
too.
all of the commercial activity where there might be music playing is all on Atlantic Avenue.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chair.
Commissioner Walker?
Can I just say something?
sure.
I just wanted to add in just one thing. So just for clarification, this is a request for qualifications. So as we're going through the presentations, I just want to keep that all in mind, that this is a qualification request, not specifically about an RFP for a project necessarily.
Right.
So we just want to look at, remember, we're looking at qualifications in this criteria. So we have the RFP in front of you, and it does have that listed out there. All of these things are going into, we have like their past performance and approach,
Right.
redevelopment project understandings and key considerations, which I think is where some of these things are going into. But just as we're thinking about it for our purposes, it is still a request for qualifications.
Right.
So just wanted to
Thank
put that
you.
out there. No problem.
Commissioner Barker?
Yeah, I just have a quick question. And I've been watching the Katrina video on Netflix. It's been produced recently, and I actually finished it last night. And one of the questions I would have is just on the modular materials that you're talking about. How long have they been in the market? How long have they been tested? Do they hold up? And the reason I'm asking is that this is similar to what happened during Katrina, and they used some materials down there, wood materials. It did not hold up.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt was involved. I mean, there was lawsuits, there was litigation. It was nasty. And I'm not afraid of modular materials at all. But I just has the testing been done? Will they hold up in our environment? Are you comfortable with that?
I'm absolutely comfortable because we're not using modular materials. We're modulating the components that we're using. So the walls that'll be going up are precast concrete walls, similar to a tilt wall building.
Okay.
But except they're done in a controlled environment on
Yep.
a site, so we can bring them to the site. We're not disturbing the site while those are being cast.
Okay.
The steel is all controlled again, built off-site and built. So
Okay.
all of this will certainly be hurricane rated, no different than, say, a tilt wall retail building or so forth. It's just that we're doing it off-site and bringing it and erecting it on-site.
That's great.
So 100% windstorm category 4 high-velocity wind zone rated.
Okay,
Yep,
great.
and engineered.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mayor?
I have no questions.
Okay, thank you. Just want to say thank you for the presentation, and I was very happy to see your commitment statement, and that you are willing to work with the community and your local hiring opportunities. So thank you for your presentation. Considering this is just a request, I won't have any more questions, so thank you.
Thank you so much for your time and your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll just allow a little bit of time for DMR construction to clear out, and then we'll ask our next group to come in. we have Hatcher Construction and Development, Inc. So you'll have 20 minutes to present and 10 minutes for question and answer if the commissioners choose to do so. You let us know and then we'll start. There's a
Oh, okay.
clicker also for you.
Oh, you have.
Okay.
Good
Ready to
afternoon.
go? Okay.
You're
We're going to start
on.
the timer. Okay, go
Good
ahead.
afternoon, Commissioners, CRA staff. Thank you so much for having us this afternoon. Part of our presentation agenda, we're going to discuss our qualification and experience of the design team and the team members, the design engineer permit, past performance and approach, the design construction performance and past performance and approach, similar scopes and complexity, redevelopment project understanding and key consideration. I'm William Hatcher, part of the CM team. Jeff Hatcher is in our pre-construction. Brian Blight, our project manager. Athea Rose, assistant project manager. Patrick Elite is our superintendent. Gerard Jenkins, expert in utility. We have Jeff Costello, permitting and zoning. George Gutero, the project architect. Ramon Gonzalez, the project designer. Here locally, Carol Perez, landscape architect. Robert Ross, civil engineer. And Ida Abes, structural engineer. A little bit about Hatcher construction experience. 25 years here locally, with a lot of Palm Beach County experience. We're a local SBE firm with deep roots here in Delray Beach. Later in the presentation, we'll be talking about our modular experience, legacy on 45th Street. We have a great team of consultants that's perfect at site infrastructure. We're proud of our record of 0 OSHA violations, and we have some history with the Art Warehouse and CRA renovations. Part of our ongoing fostering economic growth with local subs in the community.
Good afternoon. Jorge Gutierrez Architect. With our consulting team of engineers, we have worked on a variety of projects for the past 20 years. Projects from schools, parks, community facilities, private schools such as Hillel Community Day School in North Miami. One of the schools that we worked at, a private school, the Jewish Culture High School in North Miami, is of note because it was a project that we worked on that required out-of-the-box thinking in getting it approved through the process of having a school in an office building and going through the project development process and the complicated process in Miami-Dade County, and we got that approved for them. So that's one of the samples that we use for out-of-the-box thinking for complicated projects. We also have done a lot of work for the school district here in Palm Beach County, for the schools, Broward County and Miami-Dade County. In addition to that, we have continuing services contracts in municipalities from Deerfield Beach down to the village of Miami Shores. So we have experience in working with municipalities and cities and small towns. So in addition to that, the approach to this would be the start of the project, where we involved the knowledge that Jeff Costello brings to the planning and zoning and development of this project, in combination and collaboration with the entire builder team. The idea is that the design teams will work in collaboration with the building team throughout the entirety of the project to bring the project to a successful completion in budget, on time. Some of the municipalities where we have done some work, the City of Miramar Parks, City of Miami Garden Parks, and Debbie Corton Park for Miami-Dade County. Our work with the Hatcher team has involved site adaptation for modular classroom buildings at Stoneman Douglas High School, projects in the school district of Palm Beach, Dwight Eisenhower Elementary School, Timber Trace Elementary School. So we have a history with the building team and collaborated together on a few projects, collaborated successfully. And Ramon can speak a little bit more about the involvement of our team and Hatcher.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. As a architect engineer's point of view, it's very important to collaborate with the construction team from beginning to the end. And this is something that I admire from the Hatcher team. Every project has challenges, and having always William personally on site, meeting with the architect engineer to resolve any challenge that may arise in the construction site is a plus. So it's something that we really appreciate, having his team and William himself available always.
So from beginning to end, the process of collaboration with the CRA, collaboration with the city, collaboration with the boards and the commission, in conjunction with Jeff Costello, who would be with us from the start in the process of preparing any amendments, preparing right-of-way abandonments, all of the site development process. Together, the team will bring together the idea of a successful project that will be an attractive project, a project that will be a community that will make the community proud to have within the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Ari. Hatcher Construction has worked throughout the city of Delray Beach, West Palm Beach, most notably here in the city of Delray Beach. The Art Warehouse is one of our notable projects. It serves to the community of Pine Grove, which provides spaces for artists in that area. This is another project that we did for Jupiter High School project. It entails 26 modulars. All the scopes are similar to those for the 800 block. We did this project in record time, wherein we were 3 months ahead of schedule, setting a record for the school district of Palm Beach County. These are similar projects that we did, modular projects that we did, and all have the same scope for the 800 block. That's Chuck Shaw Technical High School, West Admin Transportation Center, Calusa, and Whispering Irons Elementary School. I'll now pass it over to Jeff.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a chart showing the steps that we would take for this project from beginning to end, early contract involvement, right up to the engagement of transparency with the owners. Here we're given a detail of how our pre-construction will go, for as integrating the foundation, preparing exterior and exterior drawings, design, and other steps that would be involved with the pre-construction and the development of the project. Here we're talking about a program that we use, a construction program that we use to give the owners and the subcontractors an aspect and a look at everything that's going on. This program is a step-by-step approach to showing the owners and everyone involved with the project everything that's going on. The owners can be integrated so that they can keep up with everything that's happening with the project, just as the contractor will. Here we're talking about the schedule and budgets. As you can see, we've had many projects, a lot with the school district. As Byron said earlier, everything was done on time, and we always stay within budget with the projects.
Hatcher Construction is known for empowering minority, small, and local businesses throughout Palm Beach County. We do this by informing, consulting, involving, collaborating, and empowering. We're known for our great communication and information sharing that we do throughout our social media and online platforms, as well as through our mailings that we have with newsletters and door hangers, and we're very good at keeping clear points of contact. We also do a great job with direct engagement and feedback through our participation of public meetings and workshops, and we also have one-on-one meetings as well. Hatcher is super proud of the support that we have by sponsoring local community events, as well as the participation we have where we engage in different philanthropic opportunities. Hatcher is known for exceeding SBE goals and standards of 15%. If you take a look at this chart, you'll see 8 of our projects where on average we exceeded the SBE goal of 15% by 44.2%.
We visit and study the site. We pretty much know where everything is. We located the water utilities, the fire hydrant there on Atlantic Avenue, the main water valves, which you will have a water tie-in. We also recognize the power line that's running through along with the storm drain. So, visiting the site, we realized there's approximately 430 feet of overhead power line, 3-phase cables. There's also 225 feet of single-phase primary cable. So we need to install underground electric. To do this, how do we do this? First, contracting with FP&L and the service planners, initiating the removal of these old dilapidated facilities, also abandonment of the easement. We also would provide site plans, boundary surveys, electrical plans, and AutoCADs. This time, buckle up. We're going to build this project in about a minute from start to finish. Whereas we mobilize on site, lay down our aerial, we put up our silk fence, all the other components. We've paid special attention to the site and the surrounding area. We know that there's heavy traffic on Atlantic Avenue that we need to be aware of, and we need to watch out for 8th Avenue and the surrounding school, Spada Elementary. We know that school started at 7:30. A lot of traffic ends around 2:30 when school's getting out. During this time, we'll be dropping the modulars in, building this project at the same time. Security and safety is a key issue. We're paying attention to that, looking at the trailers that's coming in at the same time, very mindful of the noise that we're going to create on Atlantic Avenue, along with the surrounding neighbors. As we continue to build, we have our footers in, dropping the containers. At the same time, pretty soon we'll be doing the canopy on Atlantic Avenue, the covered roof. From there, still paying attention to Atlantic. You have a lot of traffic that comes through there, and we want to be mindful. Our landscape, hardscape, and shade structure come in, and at that time we'll be ready to turn it over to the owner for their intended use.
Here we have a couple of the buildings that the design team has worked on. If you pay attention to the upper right corner, there's a 4-story building that we're presently involved with, trying to get started with the Palm Beach Housing Authority. It's also a renovation of some steel modulars that we will be converting into a residential living facility with 48 units in each building. As William just spoke of, we're showing an example of how we develop a site at the finish with parking lot, landscape, sidewalks, and other amenities that may come with it. Here we're showing that we have experience in civil and infrastructure with tie-ins. These are some pictures of some previous jobs that we're finishing up, where we're doing a water tie-in to the city main and also with catch basins for the parking lot drainage.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, CRA team, community. Our team is uniquely qualified for this exciting redevelopment initiative. With over 35 years of experience of involvement with the CRA and city planning and redevelopment plans. This is in sub-area number 3, adjacent to northwest-southwest communities. It's been a vision for many years to get the activity along this section of the corridor. Next slide. The goals and vision. We're very familiar with the goals and vision, creating activities for area residents to enjoy, provide affordable commercial space for small local businesses, be a catalyst for private investment along West Atlantic Avenue, encourage pedestrian activity, synergy, connectivity between the adjacent neighborhoods, as well as the central core of the downtown area. Community engagement is a very vital aspect of this, and we would support the CRA in their community outreach and engagement activities. The added value of our team. We feel that the team experience over 35 years experience working with Delray Beach redevelopment initiatives and projects, extensive experience and knowledge of the land development regulations, development review process, permitting process, gives us an extra added value. Team members participated in and were involved in many of the planning activities in Delray Beach and redevelopment efforts. We support local job fairs, job hiring and job fairs. We're headquartered here in Delray Beach and have a history of working collaborating with the CRA and the city team. These are just a few projects just recently I've been working on. A couple are under construction that you may see on Congress Avenue, Federal Highway, and then of course the Hatcher Office Building on Northwest 6th Avenue. And with regard to the development review process, we understand it will involve abandonment applications, site plan applications, maybe waivers to the CBD regulations. We know the process will go through the Planning and Zoning Board, City Commission, and as far as permitting, there will multiple permit applications process. We have that experience through the e-services hub and experience dealing with outside agencies. We will work collaboratively with the CRA and the city as we go through these development review processes and adjust as necessary, and also taking SEPTED principles into consideration. Thank you.
Just want to thank you again for giving us an opportunity to present this afternoon. This team has deep roots in this community with proven experience. A team that live, work, and play here in Delray. We have knowledge of the site and all its surroundings. We're aware of the traffic, and we respect the residents as construction going on. We're committed, and we really thank you for everything. 8 years ago, we was much smaller and younger back then, but this same CRA gave us a chance to do our first multi-million-dollar project, the Art Warehouse. We'll never forget that, and we hope that you give us an opportunity again today. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have time for questions, 10 minutes.
Okay. So, are there any questions from the board? We'll start with you.
I would just
Commissioner
comment,
Cassell.
if you
Sure.
like. I would just like to say thank you, because what you do bring is a collaborative experience that we've all benefited from, and we know that of you. I very much appreciate you and all the work you've done for us, Mr. Costello. We also know you well. And you've been in front of us a few times, I believe. No, not at all.
I don't
Oh, I
remember
apologize.
having been, yes.
Forgive me. But at any rate, we appreciate your presentation and look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mayor.
I have no comments.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Long? Good, thank you. Commissioner Martin?
I'm good. Other than I'd like to say thank you for a very powerful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you as well. Thank you. We ready? Do we have, are we ready?
Yeah.
Pardon us, we are, thank you for coming, and we are ready. The clock is ready to stop? Okay.
Hello, testing. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is George Lopez, and I am the president of Waypoint Contracting. Before we start, I just wanted to say thank you for having us over here to give us the opportunity to present this amazing redevelopment project to you all. I want to start off by introducing this all-star team of designers and builders that we have put together to execute this project. As a design builder, we have Waypoint Contracting, partnering with the City of Delray, its employees and residents. With me here I have CPZ, which will be the architect of record, and Kimley Horn, which will be handling civil, landscape, and traffic. Alongside us, not here with us, we have Terracon, which will be doing geotech and environmental. Stoner will be doing the surveying. JLRD will be the MEP engineer. MU engineers will be the structural engineer. And our land use attorney is SMG&Q. So Waypoint Contracting is a South Florida-based design-build general contractor. We have completed numerous projects for municipal, state, and federal agencies. And the team that we're proposing for this project is myself as project manager, Limriel Blank as the pre-construction manager, Yasid as the construction manager, and Cesar Murillo as the site superintendent. Just to showcase some of our relevant work, the project that you're looking at is one that we recently completed for the West Palm Beach CRA. This was about a 100-year-old historic building where we took it down to just the 2 exterior walls and completely rebuilt the entire structure into a restaurant. There was a massive coordination effort with the city there to connect all the utilities that were required to be brought into this property and to maintain security throughout the entire project. The next project is one that we completed not far from here for the Delray CRA, the 98th and 5th Avenue building. That building was also taken down to its bones, roof structure completely removed, new elevator tower installed, and it is now office space for the CRA. And the last project that I want to show you guys is a brand new park that we completed a couple years ago for the City of Doral. This was a virgin piece of land and now is a thriving brand new 3-acre park for the city. So next I'm going to turn it over to Joe so he can talk a little bit about CPZ.
All right. Thank you, George. My name is Joe Barry, President, CPZ Architects. I'm here with Tony Jones. She will be the project manager for your project. CPZ is a 22-person firm. We have offices in Plantation, in West Palm Beach, and in Vero Beach. We are leaders in sustainability. We've done several LEED projects, but not only LEED, we're familiar with Florida Green Building Coalition, Green Globes projects, and we even have a project with a water star, that's Doral Glades Park, and you'll see an image of that. One project we want to showcase is a park we did for Boca Raton. This is Wildflower Park. Along with public spaces, community spaces, CPZ was involved in designing a pavilion and restroom facility for this park. The next project we're showing here is for the city of Coconut Creek. This is Lakeside Park Amphitheater. This park includes a redevelopment in the sports fields, also playgrounds, and CPZ designed for this park a amphitheater and restroom building. You can see in the top, left image, the amphitheater opens up to an events lawn that also serves as a soccer field. Last project we want to showcase is in West Palm Beach. This is a community center design for Howard Park. This project includes design of a community center, but also that serves as an event space, a public lawn, as you can see in that left image. So I want to now introduce Tiffany with Kimley Horn.
Hello, as Joe said, I'm Tiffany with Kimley Horn. I've been in practice for about 14 years. I would be your civil engineer for this project. My background is on municipal site design, stormwater drainage, as well as utilities. But in addition to civil engineering, Kimley Horn would also be supporting this project with landscape architecture as well as traffic engineering. And we would also be pulling in one of our principals, Stefano Viola, in a QA/QC role. But in addition to this team, Kimley Horn has been serving South Florida communities for over 30 years. So we're very committed to the local South Florida community. But in addition to that, we have a national-wide staff of over 9,000. So we've really gotten pretty comfortable with combining our local expertise with our national resources. So Waypoint really has put together a team of experts for this project. I mean, in addition to Waypoint's expertise in community spaces as well as CPZs, Kimley Horn also has extensive experience in community spaces. So on the top is O.B. Johnson Park. We had done that project for Hollandale Beach. It was completed back in 2023, and it was within their CRA district. And as you can see, there's some sports fields, there's a playground, as well as a fairly large community center with indoor basketball spaces. And all of these project elements came out of public involvement. This is what the public told us that they wanted, so this is what we put into the park. At the bottom is Sunrise Village Arts Plaza. That project was completed a little bit earlier this year for the city of Sunrise. And again, this was a heavy public involvement project. Kimley Horn had hosted multiple town meetings with the public as well as with local artists, hence why it looks so gorgeous. But there's a few really cool elements to this park. It's got a performance venue, it's got some exhibition spaces, as well as public art installments. And from what we're seeing so far, it really has revived the art community in that area. So next I'm going to turn it back over to George to talk about our legal team.
Thanks. So SMGQ couldn't be here with us today, but we saw the importance of bringing a land use attorney on board, obviously because of the unification of parcels. So we just wanted to showcase them on one of the slides. We interviewed them and had extensive conversations, and they've looked at the parcels that need to be unified. And we see no reason why that firm can't do the job that we need them to for this scope. Next, we want to talk a little bit about...
Could I bother you? Do you mind just grabbing the microphone? We can hear you, but people listening from afar may be struggling.
My apologies.
No.
So, past approach. So, I wanted to take this opportunity not to talk about the past projects that we've performed. I believe we already provided that to you guys in the solicitation response, but instead talk to you guys about the lessons learned that we got from those projects and how we feel exercising those early on during this design process will help mitigate the risk of this project and making sure that it's a successful project to the finish. So the first item is obviously the unification of parcels. We want to make sure that that gets done early on so that we have an accurate survey to build our design documents off of. The next is identifying the utility requirements and the connections. We want to make sure we know where those connection points are and how they're going to play along with the construction sequence and the design that we have to put together. Then is to have an early understanding of the sub-base and geotechnical conditions. So we want to make sure that the soils and the subsurface conditions align with what our structural engineers are proposing for the structures on the site. Preliminary drainage analysis, we want to understand how we're going to maintain stormwater on our property and what correlation that's going to have with the South Florida Water Management District requirements. FPL, I'm sure you all know how difficult that could be sometimes, so we want to make sure we bring them on board as a partner early on, understand what our power requirements are going to be, and we start that coordination process at the beginning with them so it doesn't become an issue to get power at the end. Permitting, so on this project we're going to have permits both from a local and outside jurisdiction. We want to make sure we understand what the requirements are from the city of Delray and what the other jurisdictions that have authority over this project from the outside require so that we can have all the proper permits that we need in order to construct this later on. City department coordination, we want to make sure we bring the city's departments in for design input and then for maintenance input. We understand this project's going to be here for a long time, and we want to make sure that what we built aligns with your maintenance program and maintenance requirements moving forward. On the access side, we want to make sure we understand vehicular traffic, pedestrian access, and public transportation, how that's going to work with the design and how we are going to allow for that. DRC review, district review committee. Again, we want to make sure that we're aligning ourselves with all the local architectural requirements, and that's incorporated into the design process. And last, but obviously most important on any project, the budget. We want to make sure that we're maintaining that project through that budget through the design process, and we're going to do that by exercising cost analysis during every design deliverable, making sure that the design is progressing along with the budget. So that's on the pre-construction side. On the construction side, high level, just wanted to talk to you about two items that we see very important. One is the schedule. We build all our schedules on Microsoft projects. We use a cool little plugin from NASA to make sure our schedules are logically sound. On top of that, we produce look-ahead schedules. Those are updated weekly, and they could look out anywhere from 2, 3, or 4 weeks out, giving you guys a very detailed input look onto what the construction sequence is moving forward. And the second major bullet is maintaining an open communication with the community. So making sure that we exercise all measures during construction to contain our dust and our noise to our site. On top of that, we want to make sure that we engage and give back to the community from this project as much as we can. By doing that, we're going to contract with local vendors where possible and bring in local workforce where we can as well too. Minimizing the traffic interruptions. We know how difficult construction can be for the local residents, so we want to make sure that we sequence work and we do utility connections in a manner that is going to minimize any traffic interruptions. And on top of that, just keeping residents informed. You'll be surprised how much simple communication to the residents and letting them know what's going on will bring them to our side of the construction project. So project approach, I'm going to turn it back over to Joe.
Okay. Thank you, George. So when we start this project with you guys, one of the first things we're going to do is collect all the data that we can. That includes making sure that all the parcels are correctly platted and unify all the titles. Gather information on traffic studies, environmental. We'll look at those. I know there's a portion of the site that had some environmental concerns earlier on. But also, when we get into design, it's meeting with the CRA, it's meeting with the community, and to define the project goals. We will engage with the community and conduct outreach. Tony and I were involved in the conceptual design of the first iteration of this, so we had firsthand involvement in some of the community outreach events back then. But just a couple more examples. The first image on the left is Lake Worth Beach. We sat in a community room. We had renderings, we had yellow trace and markers, and we met with community members and we asked questions. We got their feedback, and we actually sketched on site. At West Palm Beach, the image on the right, we actually met on the site of the proposed community center, had Q&A with the community, and also shared virtual reality goggles so that they can see on the site where the building was going to be constructed, a 3D rendition of it. In Doral, Glades Park, we brought in a blacksmith that worked with the community and developed these leaves. You can see in the top left image, these leaves were incorporated into a permanent display inside the community center. This effort also met the requirements of art in public places. Kimley Horn has an online portal where community engagement is made a lot more easily to communicate and collaborate with the public, collect feedback during all project phases, and most importantly, put community members' voices at the center of all planning decisions. When we start design, we'll go through initial planning, conceptual layouts. That'll develop into the next phase, design development, where we'll create greater details and level of design. Construction documentation, that's getting the drawings and design ready for permit and for construction. And then in the pre-construction phase, Waypoint will evaluate the project, produce a preliminary schedule, and develop their GMP. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the project vision. There's Tony.
Good afternoon. So, as Joe just mentioned, I'm Tony Jones, and I'll be working really closely with you on this project. So I'd just like to start off by saying that we know your project and we've done the groundwork. We also know East Atlantic Avenue, and we know that it is a lovely beachside town. It has a really nice dining scene. It has lots of culture to offer us, but we also think that the West has a lot of potential. We believe that it holds a greater promise. We think that the community can create something authentic here. We believe that this can take on its own identity, its own appeal, and the community will have a landmark to call their own and to really anchor the community. So we know that this development will be more than buildings. We understand that this is going to be a place, a public space for the people that work and live here. And we think that this is going to become a legacy of Delray. So what we're sharing here with you today is just a concept. It's just the beginning of the design, and we are willing to work with you and evolve this design. So as I was saying before, that we do know this project, and we are aware that you guys would like to explore other opportunities for how this could be developed. So we've also looked into it being a permanent structure. So we've looked into that, and we're willing to work with you. And we are going to do our very best to work with the CRA and the community and hear everyone's ideas and bring that to light with your help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. So obviously you guys have heard all the reasons why we should be selected for this, but I wanted to answer that question for you guys. Why us, right? Why Waypoint? Why this design team? So this team has vast experience working not only with the city of Delray, but with the CRA. We have a deep understanding of the project's technical requirements. Collectively, I believe we exceed the professional requirements necessary for this project. We have we understand the importance of community involvement for this project and have the flexibility to incorporate their request. And most importantly, we will foster a transparent teaming relationship with the city and the community that will ensure this project is successful. So that concludes our presentation, and we'll open it up to Q&A now. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, board. I'll go start down this way. Commissioner Long.
Good.
You're good.
I'm good. By the way, I think 98 Northwest 5th was a great project. You guys did a great job there.
Yeah.
So you deserve a lot of credit for it. But I have no other question, just that comment.
Kudos. Yes.
I would say the same, and I thank you for that. I appreciate the chart where you talked about what you learned and your experience and what you understand and take from that. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Yes, and thank you all for your presentations. And we will conclude this session.
Yes, I have a couple things.
Okay.
Okay, then we can. It's quick, just next steps. Well, I just want to remind everyone, just kind of like public service announcement. So the cone of silence is still in place. So any matters relating to this RFQ, any proposer team or anyone representing a proposer's advisor prohibited from contacting or lobbying the CRA chair, CRA commissioner, CRA staff, or anyone else working on behalf of the CRA involving this RFQ. All questions must be emailed to Christine Tibbs. You can get her email from our website, or you can ask one of us. Any violation of this condition may result in rejection and or disqualification of the proposer. The cone of silence, no lobbying, is in effect from the date of the issuance of the RFQ until the board makes a final decision. Either awards an agreement, rejects all proposal, or takes any other action to end the solicitation process. So just wanted to put that out there to make sure everyone is aware that we're still under the cone of silence for this.
I was going to ask, did we give that public service announcement for the last two? I don't remember it.
No, so we're going to send it in email. This is since we're finished up.
Okay.
We're just saying it at the end. So
okay.
And I think some of them, were,
Oh, they are.
they were informed of this when they were in the other room as well.
So they're here. Okay.
Yes.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so next steps. So we will bring this item back. As you recall, we tabled an item at the August 28th meeting, so we'll have that tabled item back to the board at our October board meeting, which is October 28th, to either accept the scores and award the project to the highest proposer based on the selection committee's review, reject the evaluation committee's scores, and then select the entity that the board feels is in the best interest of the CRA, or cancel the RFQ altogether and reject all proposals and or direct staff to issue another RFQ. And here's the next board meeting date again, where you see what we'll be bringing back for reconsideration. And that's all I have.
Okay.
Could I just,
Sure.
to Renee,
Questions?
one of the things that, sometimes results in us asking questions is that we get the score, but there's not a breakdown of how the individuals considering the applicants get to the place where we get to. If we could get that between, obviously before the meeting, that would be amazing.
So there's a OneDrive folder
Okay.
that has that. So we sent that. I'll send it again
Okay.
after
Thank
this
you.
meeting.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
was that?
there's a OneDrive. There's a folder that was emailed. It's a link in an email that was sent
okay.
out. So I'll make sure to send that again with that link and maybe attach it separately. The file was large because it has the RFQ in there, so we can attach the file separately.
Okay. Thank you. That will be great. So are there any other questions? Renee, you have anything else?
I do not.
Okay. Meeting's adjourned.